BJP makes big charge day before Mawa's appearance before ethics panel. Says TMC MP's login was used in Dubai 47 times. Sources also say Mawa allegedly took 14 unaccounted trips. Suspense looms over whether Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will appear for his ED summons tomorrow. AAP claims plot to arrest Kejriwal in Liquorgate probe. Maharashtra on edge amid Maratha quota protests. Chief Minister Shinde amps up firefighting with an all-party meet. All leaders table appeal for peace. Israel's strike destroys Gazan refugee camp in Jabalia. Gaza says dozens of civilians killed, hundreds injured. Israel claims Hamas commander has been killed. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi felicitates the Asian Games para-athletes contingent. The Indian delegation clinched a historic 100-medal milestone in this year's Games. So a crucial day tomorrow as we're expecting the fate of two big leaders to be sealed. One is Arvind Kejriwal and the other Mawa Moitra. Both of them in the deck for two completely different reasons. Arvind Kejriwal faces an investigation by the Enforcement Directorate in the Delhi liquor scam. Mawa Moitra, meanwhile, is going to be appearing before the ethics panel, where she is going to be, in fact, appearing with regards to the cash for query case and the allegations against her. Let's focus first on Mawa Moitra. The TMC MP has confirmed that tomorrow she will abide by the summon issued by the ethics panel and appear before them. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what she has to say in lieu of the fact that you've got BJP MP Nishikant Dubey and the main complainant lawyer Jay Anand Deodrai, who have already gone ahead and deposed before this committee. Mawa, of course, has put forth several demands, including saying that she should be allowed to counter Deodrai directly. She's also demanded that Hiranandani, another big player in this entire saga, be summoned by the ethics panel. But she's made it very clear that she put her case forward, continuing to state that there's no evidence against her at this point, besides all the allegations that have been leveled against her, as she said, by a jilted ex. Now, what's also interesting to note is that the BJP is, of course, latched onto this controversy. The reason it's before the ethics panel is because you had BJP MP Nishikant Dubey actually going ahead and filing that complaint and taking it forward with the Lok Sabha Speaker. The BJP MP has said they will wait and watch to see what comes from tomorrow's deposition. But remember that there are several ministries also that have been roped in right now by the ethics panel, seeking the help of the IT ministry, the MHA, for more details on the allegations that Mawa had given her parliamentary login details to Darshan Hiranandani.
कल मवा जी की पेशी है, कल कमेटी ऑफ एथिक्स के सामने वो हाजिर होंगे। अब कमेटी उसके बाद जो फैसला करेगी, मुझे लगता है कि 2 तारीख के बाद मेरा बोलना जो है ज़्यादा उचित होगा कि कौन सही है कौन गलत है। इसका भी मामला निपटेगा कि मेरा जो आरोप है कि मवा जी ने राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा के साथ खिलवाड़ किया कि नहीं किया, मवा जी ने भ्रष्टाचार किया कि नहीं किया।
Now, as part of the investigation, the ethics panel sought details from the MHA and IT ministry on Mawa's travel details. And now sources are telling us the BJP at least is firing this attack at the TMC MP, accusing her of going on 14 unaccounted foreign trips. BJP sources say that the Mawa's MP portal was logged into from Dubai a whole 47 times. Their allegation is that when this login took place from Dubai, the 47 times it has all been by Darshan Hiranandani. Himanshu Mishra is joining us with more details on this. Himanshu, these allegations coming just 24 hours before Mawa appears before the ethics panel. So obviously there'll be questions on whether there's an attempt here to also, kind of influence the investigation. पर क्या ये details जो अभी BJP level कर रहे हैं, क्या ministry ने भी ethics panel को दिया है इसके बारे में?
बिल्कुल आईटी मिनिस्ट्री ने जो है एथिक्स कमेटी को जो है अपनी रिपोर्ट भेज दी है, क्योंकि एथिक्स कमेटी ने इस बात की जानकारी मांगी थी आईटी मिनिस्ट्री से और एक्सटर्नल अफेयर मिनिस्ट्री से कि क्या हीरानंदानी ने जो डिक्लेरेशन दिया था वो उनका ओरिजिनल ऑथेंटिकेट डिक्लेरेशन था। दूसरी तरफ आईटी मिनिस्ट्री से यह मांगा था कि क्या उनका जो ऐप है सांसद का अकाउंट का वो फॉरेन में कहीं उसको जो है लॉग इन किया गया, तो उसको लेकर जो है आईटी मिनिस्ट्री की तरफ से रिपोर्ट दे दी गई है। उसमें कहा गया है 47 टाइम जो है उनके एमपी का जो अकाउंट है वो लॉग इन किया गया है यूएई के अंदर। अब इसको लेकर कल जो है महुआ मोइत्रा को एथिक्स कमेटी के सामने ये बताना पड़ेगा कि अगर ये जो रिपोर्ट है आईटी मिनिस्ट्री की, क्योंकि एनआईसी इसको डील करता है और एनआईसी जो है वो आईटी मिनिस्ट्री के अंदर आता है, तो ऐसे में महुआ मोइत्रा को इसका जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि 47 टाइम जो है उनका लॉग इन यूएई में क्यों हुआ। और साथ ही साथ उन्होंने 14 जो है फॉरेन विजिट्स की है जो अन अकाउंटेड है। इसका मतलब है कि आपने लोकसभा स्पीकर को इसकी जानकारी नहीं दी कि आप जो है वो फॉरेन विजिट पे जा रहे हैं। होता यह है कि अगर संसद का सत्र चल रहा हो, नहीं चल रहा हो, तो उसमें आपको लोकसभा स्पीकर को या राज्यसभा के अगर आप सांसद हैं तो राज्यसभा के चेयरमैन को आपको बताना पड़ता है कि आप फॉरेन विजिट पे जा रहे हैं, उसका पर्पस क्या है। तो इन सब सवालों के जवाब जो है महुआ मोइत्रा को देना होगा। आप देखना यह है कि महुआ मोइत्रा जो है वो इन सब सवालों के क्या जवाब देती हैं। लेकिन इतना जरूर है कि महुआ मोइत्रा को लेकर बीजेपी पूरी तरीके से हमलावर है और बीजेपी चाहेगी कि ये जो केस है इसमें ये अंतिम निर्णय तक पहुंचे। महुआ मोइत्रा की अगर सदस्यता को रद्द करना के लिए अगर एथिक्स कमेटी आगे बढ़ती है तो बीजेपी के लिए एक तरीके से
trips for which Mahua perhaps will have to answer, because sources are telling us that the ministries who are contacted by the ethics panel have sent forward reports highlighting these unaccounted trips, highlighting that there was an MP login from Dubai 47 times into Mahua's account. So we will see what exactly Mahua has to say about all of this tomorrow. Himanshu, thanks for those details. More breaking news coming in on the story. Let's get you the first reaction from Mamata Banerjee on the controversy surrounding her MP, surrounding Mahua Moitra. One-line answer when asked about what's happening with regards to Mahua, Kejriwal, all of them being targeted. Mamata Banerjee's response is that all of this is nothing but political vendetta. Let's play out for you what the Chief Minister said.
I mean, all of this is a political matter, political appropriate platform, they will give you the reply. But all are political vendetta that you people better know better than me. I mean, all of this is a political matter, political appropriate platform, they will give you the reply. But all are political vendetta that you people better know better than me.
The first reaction from Mamata, where she's not naming Mahua Moitra, she's only saying all of this is political vendetta. And remember that the Trinamool Congress so far has refused to come to Mahua's defense, saying very clearly, we'll wait to see what comes of the investigation by the Ethics Committee. Mahua Moitra spoke out for the first time on the allegations she faces right here on India Today. So listen in to her detailed defense. We've shown you what BJP is alleging, some of the allegations against her, what she'll have to prove in the ethics panel hearing tomorrow. But listen to her version of events in this conversation with Rajdeep Sardesai.
I want to understand from you, the same Darshan Hiranandani reportedly was given a login and your password and asked as per the affidavit to ask questions effectively on your behalf. Questions that reportedly, according to the affidavit, were meant to discredit or information meant to discredit Adani. That in your questions in Parliament, which you asked 62 of, 9 of the questions which were meant to discredit Adani, you gave your login and password to Darshan Hiranandani, who could have been a business competitor.
My login from 2019 onwards, I have a remote constituency. From not only now, from 2019, I asked Darshan, because I need some, when the NIC login is given to you, and I've shown this to you, all MPs, no MP puts their question themselves. The NIC login is being made out to be some great sort of, secret that can be used to access the RBI's vaults or can be used to access the budget before it is placed. Please understand, the NIC login only helps you get in to put in the questions. You are then sent an OTP on a mobile phone. Most MPs, please take a poll of all MPs. No MP puts in their own questions. Their PAs, their interns, their LAMs, their PRS fellows type in the questions and source the questions and put in the questions. Most MPs do not even know what the questions are. No MP has their login and password. All the login and password are with their teams. Number one. The NIC login, there are no rules.
Did you get Darshan Hiranandani to write the questions?
Is given to you, there are no rules.
Did you get Darshan Hiranandani to write questions for you?
Excuse me, no.
Did you get Darshan Hiranandani to write questions for you?
No question I have given. Rajdeep, why are you repeating the same question thrice? There is a time lag. Please let me answer. Please don't behave like one of those anchors that go like this and they think, we've got Mahua Moitra under a scanner. Please understand. Right? Please wait for the time lag and wait me to answer. Do not repeat a question 3 times. The most important thing is, in 2019, after I became an MP, I have given 61 questions. The national average of questions by any MP is 191. The average for my state of West Bengal is 129. I told Darshan he is a 19. When the question comes, please give me some assistant in your office. Just before every session, they ask you to please put in your questions. I could have typed them in and put them in myself. I told him, please get me someone in your office who can type in my question. The mobile number to which an OTP comes, the charge that somebody can put in an answer for you is ludicrous, because my mobile number is given as the every question myself. I am one of those people that does their every question myself, which is why there's only 60, 121, 191, because most people have given Darshan Hiranandani my login and password to say that please, when I send in my questions, have someone in your office type it in and put it in. Every single MP's login and questions is given to large teams. You are saying you've given it to a foreign entity. Darshan Hiranandani is my friend and is an Indian citizen. His passport has been made public. 3, you are saying he's logged in from Dubai. I myself have logged in from Switzerland. My sister's child who's at Cambridge, when I've been on holiday, I've been like, JB, can you just put it, I've got the deadline for putting questions is going away. Can you please type in these questions? She's done it, right? If NIC's question and answer portal is so very protected, why don't you block IP addresses from entering it? Where is the national security in putting in a question in Parliament when every single question is RTI-able? Darshan Hiranandani does not need me to ask a question in Parliament. Every question is RTI-able. Where is the quid? Where is the quo?
That was an excerpt of the conversation that Rajdeep had with Mahua last week, and it's essentially this. Her defense is, and she confesses that yes, I very much did share my login details with Darshan, but so does every other member of Parliament, and she says that it happens very, very frequently with her too. Now, she's going to be deposing before the ethics panel tomorrow, and no doubt putting up this defense again, saying that yes, I did share my login details with Hiranandani. He did log in from Dubai. His PA was helping me out, but will it cut ice with the ethics panel? Because remember that she faces at this point disqualification if ethics panel believes that this was a serious breach, that her handing over her MP login details is no small matter. She could actually be disqualified. So tomorrow, Mahua Moitra's fate will be sealed. Another reason that tomorrow is a big day is because Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. November 2nd will decide the fate of 2 big India leaders, of Mahua Moitra and then of Arvind Kejriwal. Kejriwal has been summoned by Enforcement Directorate, but let's get you breaking news on that, because there's suspense. There are endless questions on whether Kejriwal will actually appear before the ED. The summon has been issued, but there's still a question mark of whether the Aam Aadmi Party convener will actually turn up or not. Let's get you that update. And let me bring in now Preeti Chaudhary on this broadcast. Preeti, good evening. What is the Aam Aadmi Party thinking right now? Is Kejriwal going to be appearing before the ED tomorrow?
Well, right now what we've been given to understand is that he is deliberating, and we'll know soon whether the Delhi Chief Minister will appear before the Enforcement Directorate tomorrow. He's been summoned, or will he seek more time? Now, the fact is, Akshita, that the Delhi Chief Minister could seek more time also, and he has reason enough because he's the party convener, and the Aam Aadmi Party is also fighting these elections which are coming in. So he might, say that he needs the time, to focus on these elections, and then he will appear.
And he could get it.
And he could get it. It's the first summon. He could get it. But how long will he get it? We still don't know whether he is going to appear or seek more time. What we have been given to understand is he's seeking opinion. He's deliberating with his team of lawyers, and I would reckon in an hour or two we should know more on whether the Delhi Chief Minister will keep his date with the ED. What we also given to understand is that all Aam Aadmi Party outfits, be it Delhi, be it Haryana and Punjab, there are massive protests planned just in case the Delhi Chief Minister does go tomorrow and produce himself before the ED.
Okay, so it's going to be a symbolic moment when he does, if he decides to go ahead and appear before the ED. Thanks very much, Preeti, for getting us that update. What Preeti is telling us is that there's been endless hurdles, endless discussions within the Aam Aadmi Party, along with, of course, the legal council, to figure out if Kejriwal should appear before the Enforcement Directorate or not tomorrow. Amit Bharadwaj is joining us with more details on that. Amit, any hint right now on which way this is going to go? Preeti tells us in the next 1 hour we should know whether Kejriwal decides to appear before the ED, but preps are underway. Aam Aadmi Party cadre from different parts of the country will start converging in the national capital. If he chooses to appear before the ED, it's going to be a show of solidarity, much like what we saw when he appeared before the CBI, Amit.
Absolutely right, Akshita. But the bigger question right now that looms large is whether Arvind Kejriwal will appear before the Enforcement Directorate tomorrow or not. As he was saying, the deliberations are still going on. It's a two-way deliberation which is going on. One is on the legal aspect to whether Arvind Kejriwal should appear Enforcement Directorate or not.
Amit's connection, we'll reconnect with him, but essentially what Amit is telling us is that right now they're weighing all options. Kejriwal could just skip the summon tomorrow. There's no confirmation yet, but essentially AAP's thinking is that he can afford to. This is the first summon, in which case there'll be a different date that's given. He could cite his busy schedule. He could cite other commitments to go ahead and seek more time from the ED. But in the next 1 hour, we should have clarity on whether Arvind Kejriwal will appear before the Enforcement Directorate. And the Delhi liquor scam continues to haunt the Aam Aadmi Party. You've got Sanjay Singh, Manish Sisodia, of course. Will Kejriwal be next? These two leaders have already been arrested in this very case. Arvind Kejriwal has been questioned by the CBI before. Now the Enforcement Directorate is getting dragged in. And the Aam Aadmi Party, mind you, there's been no reaction yet from Arvind Kejriwal, but the Aam Aadmi Party on multiple occasions since the summon was issued have maintained that all of this is going to lead up to Arvind Kejriwal being arrested. He's also got a lot of support from his India allies. In our next report, we get you all of those reactions.
Kejriwal's date with the ED is coming up tomorrow on November 2nd. Summoned for questioning in the Delhi liquor scam, suspense is peaking on whether Kejriwal will choose to attend or skip the summons. The Aam Aadmi Party convener has been summoned at a time when his deputy Manish Sisodia's bail plea in the same case was turned down by the Supreme Court. And the ED could just make the Aam Aadmi Party an accused in the case. All this has prompted Aam Aadmi Party leader to speculate that agencies could arrest Kejriwal to take on AAP.
इंडिया गठबंधन अगर एकजुट होकर लड़ता है तो सातों की सातों सीटें बीजेपी हार रही है। आप भी जानते हैं, हम भी जानते हैं। और ये सातों की सीटों की हार बीजेपी को इतना सता रही है कि वो अपने अरेस्ट की शुरुआत दिल्ली से करने जा रहे हैं और पहला अरेस्ट अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का करेंगे।
The BJP meanwhile has put up posters demanding exactly that Kejriwal's arrest in the liquor scam.
केजरीवाल साहब ने कई सारी कड़ियों को जोड़ना है, कई सारी कड़ियों को उन्होंने जवाब देने हैं। विजय नायर का क्या रोल था सारे के बीच में, उसका उत्तर उनको देना पड़ेगा। तो सारे का जो किंग पिंग है तो केजरीवाल है।
Arvind Kejriwal meanwhile has maintained a stoic silence on the summon, offering no comment or clarity on whether he will appear before the agency on November 2nd. The Delhi Chief Minister has been questioned previously by the CBI in the same Delhi excise policy case. He appeared before the CBI on April 16th and was grilled for 9 hours, soon after which he declared then that this was nothing but a witch hunt.
ये पूरा का पूरा कथित एलिज्ड शराब घोटाला झूठ है, फर्जी है और गंदी राजनीति से प्रेरित है। आम आदमी पार्टी एक कट्टर ईमानदार पार्टी है। ईमानदारी, कट्टर ईमानदारी हमारी बेसिक आइडियोलॉजी है और किसी भी हालत में हम मर जाएंगे, मिट जाएंगे, लेकिन अपनी ईमानदारी के साथ कभी कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करेंगे।
India allies, meanwhile, have backed Kejriwal, calling the ED summon an attempt to target Aam Aadmi Party.
Who they have targeted now? It's ministers within the AAP government. They are in jail. Why they have not been granted bail? I just don't appreciate that. Bail has become now, the process itself has become a punishment. Then they are targeting now Arvind Kejriwal, and as the elections get nearer, the Lok Sabha elections get nearer, they'll be targeting more people.
ऐसे बहुत सारे सरकारें हैं जो गलत फैसले लेती हैं। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि अपने पॉलिटिकल लाभ के लिए किसी को बदनाम कर दें। बीजेपी का 1 पॉइंट एजेंडा है कि लोगों को बदनाम करो, इतना बदनाम करो चाहे उसमें सच्चाई हो ना हो।
मेरा तो सीधे मानना है कि आप बेकार कह रहे हैं कि ईडी ने समन किया, बीजेपी ने समन किया। अब ये ईडी, आईटी, सीबीआई वगैरह वगैरह अलग अलग नाम से हम ना बोलें।
After Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh, will Arvind Kejriwal be arrested next in the Delhi liquor scam? Bureau Report, India Today.
So we'll, of course, keep you updated on the latest on both Maua appearing before the ethics panel and if Kejriwal actually decides to appear before the ED tomorrow. I'm slipping into a very short break. Coming up on the other side, the big political story of the day. The controversy, the Snoopgate allegations that are broken out with opposition leaders referring to an Apple alert that they've received to claim that there are attempts to hack their phones. Now the BJP has claimed there's a Soros link to this entire controversy. What exactly is this allegation about? We'll tell you on the other side of a short break.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest. Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Get ready for an immersive journey into the heart of news, politics and insights that matter. Join India Today now on WhatsApp with the #1 election team as we gear up for the upcoming assembly elections. Scan the QR code now.
Join India Today now on WhatsApp. Follow these steps. Open WhatsApp on your phone. Check for a new updates tab. Select Find Channel and type India Today. After finding the channel, tap the Follow button.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Welcome back. The Snoopgate controversy only snowballing now. Even as the opposition has demanded a detailed investigation, you've had the TMC MP Mahua Moitra writing to the Lok Sabha Speaker saying there must be a probe into the allegations of their phones and attempts of hacking their phones. The BJP has hit back, claiming that there is a link to American billionaire George Soros, the very man who was in the spotlight here in India a few months ago for raking up the Adani Hindenburg report. Is there any truth to these allegations? What's the opposition's reaction? Take a look at this detailed report.
It's an all-out political war over alleged government snooping on opposition leaders. A day after sharing Apple alerts over possible hacking, TMC MP Mahua Moitra wrote to the Lok Sabha Speaker seeking a probe. Mahua told India Today that the matter is a serious breach of privacy for targeting BJP-led government.
It is a breach of our constitutional freedoms, which is a fundamental right for all of us. The second is it is against the spirit of Indian democracy and the Houses of Parliament, because the opposition and voices of dissent are completely necessary for Indian democracy. And the third is this is illegal and violates the law of the land, and also it is in complete breach of our privileges as MPs.
Over a dozen opposition big wigs have alleged that they have received messages from Apple warning them against state-sponsored attackers trying to snoop.
प्रधानमंत्री विपक्ष और बीजेपी के तमाम नेताओं की पूरी मालूमात हासिल करना चाहते, कौन उनके खिलाफ बोलता है, क्या राजनीति हो रही है। एप्पल का नोटिस तो बहुत छोटा नोटिस है, और ये बात जो मैं कह रहा हूँ ये बीजेपी के नेता भी जानते हैं।
The centre was quick to dismiss allegations of snooping on opposition, daring the opposition to lodge an FIR and submit phones for forensic probe.
So I clearly think it looks to be either a malfunction on Apple or some prank somebody is playing. It's complete nonsense that the opposition leaders are trying to propagate.
BJP meanwhile claimed an explosive George Soros links to opposition snooping charge, claiming that the alerts of hack attacks were sent at behest of the US billionaire funded digital watchdog Access Now, which is employed as a helpline for Apple, even accusing Rahul Gandhi of Soros link. Mahua, however, rubbished the charges.
When the government of India investigates this matter, as it has said clearly yesterday, and Apple will be asked to cooperate, I'm sure questions will also be asked of these NGOs like Access Now and the network they run here in India. Perhaps the web portal whose editor is on the board of Access Now will also be sort of questioned, and the entire investigation will look at all these aspects very closely. But what you cannot deny is that George Soros' hand is right behind these messages, and the follow-up messages that have come, they are clearly meant to create a storm here in India, an orchestrated one.
Sure, there's a bigger plot. I mean, given that Mr. Modi and Mr. Adani are running the biggest plot and the biggest con job on the people of this country that we have to be aware of, I think these sort of, counter accusations by the BJP make me laugh. They honestly make me laugh. So I think the fact is that members of opposition have received this. These are credible threats from Apple. Now, if he's going to say Soros controls Apple, that's all I can say.
BJP found ammo in billionaire Elon Musk, who only recently referred to George Soros as a dangerous person who hates humanity.
Soros, I don't know. I mean, he had a very difficult upbringing. In my opinion, he fundamentally hates humanity. That's my opinion.
In a big development, the Parliamentary Panel on Information Technology may call Apple for questioning on the snooping allegations. With Paulami Saha and Aishwarya Paliwal, Bureau Report, India Today.
That's all we have time for in this edition of 6 p.m. Prime. Thanks for tuning in. Coming up on the other side is our World Cup special with Nikhil Nas.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest Be Sustainable Change, a B&P Group company.
Indians are celebrating this festive season with Apple this year. According to reports, for the first time ever, iPhone sales have crossed the 15 lakh unit mark in just the first week of this festive